Hi, good evening. I had a question today from a gentleman on my MQL5 trader page. His name is Jan, regarding the ERXGen Breakout indicator. And he says, I have only a small question here. If you look at the chart below, you will see that it would have been a valid setup. The trend, however, is down, and the Tokyo range also is at the bottom. Yeah, that's correct. Nevertheless, the breakout this morning was to the upside. Now my question will be, so he says the breakout was to the upside. If this scenario occurs, should or could we enter such a trade, which in fact would be counter trending? I have created a pending buy order, but here I am not sure if this is in compliance with the system. Thank you for letting us know. Actually, 6 hours later, Jan then says, it appears that my previous question was answered by the market's movement today. The pending order in the first image was never triggered and cancelled. Then later in the day, in the afternoon, the market took a turn in the original intra-week trend direction, and voila, took a trade and made some nice profit. So Jan made some money here, and I'm glad you did. Now, to answer your question, I'd like to go back to the chart. So it's basic. When you have a trend going down and we get to this point, price can either continue to go down, or it can make a turn in the opposite direction, or it can just range about the same area. So there are the only three things that can happen to a trend. The trend can either continue in the same direction, retrace, whether temporary or permanently, or it just ranges about the same point. Just those three things can happen to a trend. If I was going to answer the question that Jan asked, my expectation will be that this morning, seeing a downtrend bias, price could actually break to the upside, or continue in the same direction, or just range about this point. Those are just the three things that price could do today. But what did price choose to do? So this morning, price just touched there, got pushed back, and is ended up around here today. So in reality, according to Jan, price followed the same direction. And that answers his question. However, please bear in mind, price can actually retrace back, and that can also be a profitable trade. But you're right, Jan, because this is a downtrend, I will be cautious of how much money I can make on a temporary retracement. So being an hourly chart, I should be looking at 25 pips and then 50 pips if it's a more significant retracement. So I take some of my profits at 25 pips and the rest at 50 pips. Same thing if it's going down as well. So I hope that answers your question, Jan. It could go either way, and that's why in the system you place a buy stop order there and a sell stop order 5 pips below, 5 pips above, and just wait for price to do what it's got to do in the day. However, would it not be interesting to see and understand why price did this and pushed itself back down? It'd be interesting to understand that after breaking the Asian session high, it did not continue moving up. It retraced backwards and then still made money downwards. But why did it do that? I typically will use my pivot point indicator. The blue line there is the daily pivot for the current day. That's the daily pivot for the previous day. The green line there is the daily S2, and that's the daily R1. Now see what happened when price broke the Asian session high. It touched the pivot point for the day, and then got pushed back, and then touched it again, then got pushed back down. So Jan is right. If I saw this pivot point there, I will be cautious of taking a buy trade, because the pivot point is known to be a potential level of support or resistance. And in this case, yes, it did hold. And when price hit the D1, the support level 2, it also got pushed back. But more interestingly is, after that support level has been hit, why has price failed to close below this point? Price has failed to close below this point. And I'll give you an answer to that as well. Watch the 5TT major line support resistance line indicator, and you can see again that price got to this major line and got repelled, and it has failed now to close below that line for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. These can help in identifying areas of potential support, resistance, reversals, or breakouts as well. Okay, I hope this helps you, Jan, and I hope it answers your question. If you require further clarification, please feel free to get in touch. All right, thank you.